Hi, this is DOSBox Mom, and welcome to Let's Play Champions of Krynn. Yes, this is a plain black screen, but don't worry, it'll change soon. Let's get started. I've already got the graphics and sound set up on this. EGA graphics, ad-lib sound. This is the first of the SSI Gold Box games to support the ad-lib sound card. Before this, you just had Candy sound, which helped if you had a Candy computer back in the day. Candy emulation in DOSBox does a great job with sound effects, not so great with music, so if you were playing the Gold Box games in order of publication, this would have been the first one that you would have heard music with. So, great intro music, although I would note that it gets truncated a bit in the MS-DOS version. And here's the demo. Even with the defeat of the dragon armies, evil never rests. Your hardy band of adventurers have been summoned to rid the land of this evil and prevent the Dark Queen from becoming the undisputed ruler of Krynn. Explore cities. Yeah, and here's the 3 characters for the demo. Find shops where you may purchase equipment to aid in your adventure. Yes, Sir Ringwald's a Knight of Solamnia. Variana, I think it's some kind of mage, and Lynn Swift is a Kinder cleric, maybe cleric thief. However, your goal is to find evil and stop its plans for the domination of Krynn. Be ever watchful, because you never know when evil will strike. And as you can see, the 3 demo heroes are about to fight a green dragon. Excuse me. The combat results in the demo vary from time to time. It depends on what spells the Bozaks are able to get off. And of course, these demo heroes are idiots and don't watch where they're targeting things. Notice these Bozaks explode when they die. Usually doesn't do that much damage, but it's enough to keep the neighboring Bozaks from casting spells. That was a fairly weak lightning bolt. And that one they all actually survived. Sometimes they all die. Beauty and danger abound in the lands of Krynn. And we'll be seeing that lady again eventually in the game. The dragon armies await, so go forward and defeat this new threat to become the champions of Krynn. And now we have the intro music again. And to actually play the game, we could play. Now, I have removed all my old characters from the party, so we're going to be creating a completely new party. Excuse me. If you were playing this game for the first time, fresh install, you could load save game A and there would be a pre-generated party. If it were me, I would still want to modify those characters even if I did use them. So let's go ahead and create a new character. We can choose 2 different kinds of elves, Sylvanesti or Quellinesti, half-elf, 2 different kinds of dwarves, mountain dwarf or hill dwarf, Kender, which is basically the Dragonlance settings version of a halfling, and human. So I think we're going to create a Kender first. Their combat icon's kind of cute. And I think we're going to make our Kender female. Kender are the only race where there is no penalty for rolling up a female character. Usually females have a cap on their maximum strength. And I think we're going to make our female Kender a cleric thief. And we have some choices to make on who we'd like to have our cleric thief be a follower of. Probably go with one of the good aligned deities. Oh, let's see. I'm thinking maybe Mishakal. Mishakal, if you remember from the Dragonlance books, is the good deity of healing, so you get an +1 die on all healing spells. We'll see just how much of an effect that is. And you get 3 bonus spells: Charm Person, Remove Curse, and Bless. So that'll work. And neutral good. And don't worry what the stats are, you can re-roll. Amount of steel is starting steel is pretty pathetic. That's the coinage they use in Dragonlance. So no, we're not going to re-roll the stats. And there are certain names that I've used with my Forgotten Realms characters. I'm going to try something different. Lost in Blue thought the idea was adorable, so we'll see how this goes. Yeah, you might recognize this name. And I think it's actually her sister that has that color hair. And also I want to change the weapon because Kenders traditionally use a hoopak, which you'll see in just a minute here. Okay, that's a staff. All kinds of different weapons you can choose from. Okay, there we go. Looks kind of like a staff with a V fork at the end. Works a little bit like a staff sling, but apparently can also be used as a melee weapon. So we're going to keep that. And then we might change colors. I think we'll keep most of the colors the same, except I might change her hair color. Not pink. No. Oh, good heavens, no. No. She's not a blonde. Well, that'll do. Actually, I might change some of the other colors. That looks pretty good. Okay. That'll do. I might keep her trousers the same. And that actually looks pretty good. So yes, this icon's okay. We're going to save Arya. So that was the complete process for rolling up one character. I'm going to pause the recording while I roll up the rest of the party so you don't fall asleep watching me do the rest. And you'll see in a minute what I've come up with. So, see you in a bit. And we're back. I've rolled up 6 characters. We're ready to add them to the party. Yeah, you might recognize the names, particularly if you've been watching HBO lately. Or reading a certain series of books. If YouTube tells me I gotta change the names, I'll change the names, but Lost in Blue thought these would be dorkalicious. Or adorkable, I think was their phrase. Now, I'm going to modify each of these characters and max out their statistics, which is really a quick process. Yeah. Of course, it doesn't do anything for their starting gold. But we'll deal with that. Now, Rob here. We'll get some gear to start out with, so he hardly gets any gold. But we'll do the best we can buying equipment for everybody else. Yeah, the interface is very similar to what you'll remember from Curse of the Azure Bonds or the Savage Frontier series. From my previous Let's Plays, or, you know, any of the other Gold Box games. Yeah, notice as a half-elf, he doesn't have as high a maximum strength as the human characters that I just got done modifying. It's a little boring, but it doesn't take that long. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Guess that's about the best we're going to do. We're obviously going to be rearranging these characters once we get them equipped. But now we can save the current game and begin adventuring. And here's where we have the copy protection questions. I still have my little booklet from when I first got the Wizardworks CD-ROM compilation, so I'm going to look this up real quick. Otherwise, I do have the printout of the Adventurer's Journal. At the inn of the last home in Solace, a brave band gathers in preparation for a grim journey. The lands reconquered from the dragon armies are to be scoured of the last vestiges of evil. Joining you on the trip is an older Knight of the Rose. He is introduced as Sir Carl Gardson. His mission is to evaluate the outpost for the Council of Knights. Once the company is organized, you begin the journey to the outpost. The party travels through Solamnia and arrives near Throtl. You are escorted to see the Commandant. Sir Carl greets you at the office. The Commandant and I are discussing some important issues. Your first mission is to patrol Throtl and report any suspicious activities immediately. Sir Carl continues, and you record it in Journal Entry 51, which we are flipping to right now. Yep, nearly there. The worst monsters our scouts have reported anywhere in the area are hobgoblins. Draconians and evil dragons have long since abandoned this area to our forces. Still, be a little wary your way to Throtl. Also be sure to report back here immediately if anything unusual or dangerous occurs. This outpost depends on information brought back by patrols such as yours. Good luck, and may Paladine watch over you. Yeah. Also, buy and ready equipment from the armory. Memorize spells before going out. So, first thing to do, I think, will be to head to the armory. And we're going to pool what steel we've got. And let's see how much we do have. 79. Well, we'll make it stretch as far as we can. Okay, Area is our Kender Cleric Thief. She's going to need two hoopax, some leather armor. And that should do her. Okay, that leaves me with 75 left to spend on the other 5 characters. Let's go to, I think, Rob. Yeah. As a knight, he starts out with plate mailed shield and longsword. Okay. Can we afford a bow? Maybe. And then we'll get him a sling and some arrows. And then I think perhaps Danny and Viserys next. They can have ringmail, shield, staff sling, mace. It's 12. Maybe a second mace. 14. Okay, same thing for Viserys. Since they're cleric mages, they can basically get clerical gear. Ringmail, shield, staff sling, 2 maces, then okay, then we just have John and Eddard left. John will buy ringmail, shield, longsword, okay. Ringmail, shield. Oh, can't afford a longsword. Okay. Maybe a mace. How about a sling? Can you afford a second mace? Okay. Let's see if we can afford to get a sling for John. Okay, well let's have everybody equip their new stuff. Yeah. And there is a reason why we tried getting doubles of the melee weapons, which you will see when we get to our first battle. And actually, I think I will trade the bow and the arrows to John, our ranger. But we'll finish equipping everybody and get spells memorized in the next episode, so we will see you then.